Yeah, I love this kitchen.
Hi everyone, I'm Cansu. Let's talk about kitchens. Muizenberg, a neighborhood that breathes with the waves. When Anne and Pierre moved to Cape Town, they weren't looking for an ordinary home, but one that carried the very spirit of the ocean. And here it is, a penthouse kitchen with high ceilings, light flowing in from both the front and back. A dream space for surfers. Anne had found calm and flexibility through yoga, but in Muizenberg she discovered surfing, a way to build strength, control, and connect her body's rhythm with the ocean. That's why her connection with this neighborhood runs deep. The waves are not just a sport, but a spiritual layer. And when designing their kitchen, they wanted every line, every surface to echo the ocean. And around the world, in every surf town I've been to, one thing always comes back. Breakfast is light, balanced, and clean. So today I'll bake granola and prepare a smoothie bowl. Here is how I usually make my favorite granola told my way. First, I preheat the oven to 190 degrees. Then I gather all the dry ingredients: oats, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, shredded coconut, chia seeds, and just a pinch of salt. And of course, some nuts. Today I chose almonds. I like a little texture in every bite, so I roughly cut them. Next comes the wet mix: maple syrup, melted coconut oil, and a splash of vanilla. I fold it all together with a spatula, spreading it evenly across the tray. Into the oven, it goes on the middle track for 20 to 22 minutes. In the heart of the kitchen hang two blue works by Jean Julien. His big wave surfer depicts a lone surfer against a massive wave. And in his punctuation series, tiny figures are placed like dots against enormous waves, highlighting the scale between human and ocean. These two works bring dynamism to the kitchen's crisp surfaces. The pink piece is Anne's own work from her Domesticity series. It reflects the beauty of everyday home life and adds a touch of warmth to the kitchen's otherwise neutral look. The floor is grey terrazzo. The countertops are speckled quartz, which brings both natural movement and durable, timeless elegance to a space. I have emotional connection to this material because it was widely used in the apartment buildings where I spent my childhood and my playtimes. Behind them are shiny white tiles with dark grout that makes the grid really pop. The lines line up perfectly with the cabinets, all neatly measured. The kitchen's plumbing features a deep stainless steel sink paired with a slim, modern faucet. Over the island, the stainless steel range hood hangs like a mini sculpture. The cabinets are fitted with IKEA half-moon handles, adding a playful rhythm to the space. I stir the granola mix halfway so every piece gets golden. This is a surfer's home. Materials that feel like water and sand. Easy to clean, built to last, with a mix of matte and glossy finishes. One standout detail is the retro SMEG fridge from the 1950s, set on a custom step covered in the same backsplash tile. This lifts the fridge a bit for easier use and turns it into a kind of showpiece. Almost like a decorative object when seen from the living room. The layout is super precise. Oven, cabinets and storage line up perfectly, with all ergonomic distances considered. The sink, stove, fridge triangle is clear and uncluttered. The island height is just right for serving, and the floor runs straight from the kitchen to the terrace, from morning ritual to ocean gaze in a single movement. Symmetry shows up in the handles, in the grid tiles. Finishes are clean, no awkward edges. The color palette, gray, white, stainless steel, is lifted by the blue and pink tones of the artworks. Lighting also plays its role. Simple track lights stretch across the ceiling and clear story windows let in natural light. At night, spotlights bring out the details. And one more touch. The shell that used to sit above this wall is gone. The result is cleaner wall, a calmer surface, letting the tiles and the artworks take center stage. Once the granola is out, I let it cool completely before tossing in chunks of dark chocolate. About 50 grams, because life is too short not to. This is a surfer's home, not just in its location, but in its spirit. Imagine hearing the waves while sipping your morning coffee, checking the surf right from your terrace bar. The kitchen holds the same energy, a rhythm of mornings and evenings filled with anticipation for the ocean. Finally, I scoop the cool granola into a glass jar. Here is my version of a fast and colorful smoothie bowl. I start by tossing 4 small frozen bananas into the blender, along with half a cup of yogurt and a teaspoon of blue spirulina. I blend everything until it's thick and creamy. The color already makes me smile. Then I pour it into a bowl and the fun part comes. Topping it with crunchy chocolate granola and fresh fruits. Look at these colors and textures. It's simple, but somehow it makes the morning feel special.
So pretty.
At the bar table, I sip my morning coffee, bowl in hand, watching the ocean. How are the waves today? This kitchen isn't just for cooking, it's for living, resting, recharging. In Anne and Pierre's home, art, materials, and little rituals all come together, much like the calm focus of surfing.
Nothing is better than fresh granola.
See you next Monday.